जयदेव गल्ला जी, जयदेव गल्ला जी।
Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to speak on this
नारेबाजी कर रहे हैं जयदेव गल्ला जी,
which will pave the way to bringing self-respect and dignity to a marginalized society. Sir, the genesis of this bill emanates from a private member bill passed on 24th April 2015 in the Rajya Sabha. So first, I salute Sri Tiruchi Shiva, member of the Rajya Sabha, who successfully piloted this private member bill. I also congratulate Sri Arun Jaitley ji, without whose intervention on this bill, we would not be discussing this official bill brought by Sri Gela ji. It is Mr. Jaitley who convinced the entire Rajya Sabha to unanimously support this bill. Sir, even though I'm a bit disappointed due to the delay, I wholeheartedly support this bill and congratulate the Honourable Minister for bringing it before the House. Sir, it is not a question of giving rights to transgenders. There are very many deprived, disadvantaged and marginalized sections which are deprived of their rights even after 7 decades of independence. But it is a question of recognizing them as human beings, embracing them and treating them as part and parcel of this great country of ours. Sir, keeping such marginalized sections in mind, the framers of our Constitution, particularly Dr. Ambedkar, included Article 14, which guarantees equality before the law for all citizens of the country. Article 15, bracket 1, bracket 2, and Article 16, bracket 2, explicitly prohibit, in express terms, discrimination on the ground not only of sex, and of course, Article 19 ensures freedom of speech and expression. Each and every one of these articles has been denied to them, sir. And sir, the acrimonious part is that the government of India never allotted the subject or work relating to transgender or eunuchs to any department under the allocation of business rules 1961 until 2012. It was only in 2012, when there was a hue and cry about it, the government of the day allocated this subject to the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. I am just bringing these facts out of anguish, sir, because we are not treating our fellow citizens as human beings, leave alone giving them rights in education and employment. And this bill will help them to some extent, sir. This bill substantiates that we have not been treating transgenders as per what the Constitution mandates us. But now, through this bill, the government is intending to fulfill this part of the mandate of the Constitution. Sir, it is a laudable move, and I welcome and appreciate the Honourable Minister for commending this bill for consideration of the House. Sir, I would be failing in my duty if I don't remember and salute Lakshmi Tripathi, a transgender who fought for their rights and went up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court, in a historic judgment in 2014, recognized their rights and considered them as the third gender. And it is the consequence of this judgment that we have a third column in all applications to indicate gender, sir. The next point I wish to make is that the Supreme Court observed, and henceforth transgenders fall under the OBC category, sir. I had gone through the bill and I did not find a provision treating transgenders as OBCs. So I request the Honourable Minister to please consider this. My next point is relating to Clause 2, bracket K of the bill, which defines transgender. The subclauses mention only Kinnar, Hijra, Aravani and Jogta. But I wish to submit there are a host of other socio-cultural groups like Shiv Shaktis, Jogappas, Aradis, Saki, etc. Secondly, these social cultural groups are not only transgender people, but there are others who do not belong to any of these groups, but are transgender persons individually. So these and such other social cultural identities should also be included in the definition. It is only then that we can achieve the objective, sir. So I suggest for the consideration of the Honourable Minister to include a schedule in the bill listing out all socio-cultural groups of transgenders so that it becomes foolproof to claim their rights. With these observations, hoping that my suggestions will be taken into consideration, I support the bill. Thank you, sir.